All right, it's a beautiful morning. Beautiful morning. Like some people used to say, thank God it's Friday. I believe you're also thanking God for something. You should be thankful and grateful for being alive today. Be thankful and grateful to God for the opportunity of the gift of life. I am excited and I'm super popped up this morning, ladies and gentlemen. What a beautiful morning to you all. Well, some people say it's not morning in our own time. It may with your night or evening or afternoon, wherever you're tuning in from all over the world. We want to welcome you to this wonderful morning edition of Wealth Secret Mindset Mentorship class. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a lot of value loaded, a lot of value that we've been giving out every single day, Monday to Friday. Guys, guess what? Yesterday, if you are not in this class, you will have missed a lot because our own in-house coach, world famous, the person of Coach Dan, took us on a different dimension of the teaching series, which is the enemies of the mind. Like we always know that Thursday is for Coach Dan, and it was kind of refreshing and it was really full of value, and it dealt on some points on the things that people need to understand when you are checking on those enemies of the mind. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be concluding and wrapping it up this beautiful morning on our weekly teaching series, Enemies of the Mind. So I'm your regular host, together with my co-host here. We are live here. And for those that will be joining us later during the course of this class, guys, you don't want to wait to hear the conclusive part of this teaching series. All right. So this morning, how do we begin? We're going to start with you remember on Wednesday, we stop at indecision and, doubt and what these things can cost you and everything. So the last three points we're going to be sharing with you on those enemies of the mind, those guys that are just standing in there, they're stopping you from achieving your greatness. We're going to be, unveiling them to you this morning. And I hope you grab your notepad and pen as we go along this morning. All right. So I'll begin by telling you, sharing with you this one that I call overcaution. Overcaution. We are being too overcautious for everything. Your life is just, you want to play safe. You're always looking for that safe haven. You've been overcautious of everything. People will never have much. That's the truth. You never have much. You're never going to have that knowledge. You're not going to have that experience when you are being too overcautious. All right. An overcautious person is that person that is just trying to look for that safe haven. That's the way I put it. You're looking for that safe haven. The safe haven is, you just hoping that, you're just going to have it your own way. You want all on the checklist. You want everything to just be right. This overcautious that I call the timid approach to life. So you might want to write that down, the timid approach to life. So the timid approach to life is like you are always saying to yourself, what if this happened? What if and that's this happened? Let me tell you something. Nothing will happen after all. You see, the moment you understand that life is full of adventure, right? You're always looking for that safety and security in everything you want to do. You're just looking for what if there is no what if, and it's just you're just concluding it within your mind. You show you an opportunity. You are telling, hey, what if this one is not there? Or can this one be there? Everything is there. Let me tell you something. Everything about life is risky. In fact, eating is risky. Sleeping is risky. Investing is risky. Getting married is risky. Giving birth to baby is risky. Going to a relationship is risky. Sleeping, waking up is risky. Life itself is risky. Everything about life is risky. How are you going to have it? You just want all the checklist, everything to be normal. You want everything perfect. Let me tell you how risky life can be. You're never going to get out of this life. On this planet called Earth, and you're breathing on it, maybe in another planet, maybe in Jupiter, maybe in the rest of this other planet. But as far as the planet called Earth, you're never going to get out of it. And not getting out of it, as far as you're in this earth, you are going to be prone to risk. All right? Risk is normal. Risk is part of life. So don't be too overcautious. Don't think that you want that safe haven. You're looking for safety and security in everything you're doing. You just want it safe. You want that safety, security. You're looking for that safe haven. Some people say, man, Afolabi, is it that you're like a prophet or something? I'm not a prophet, but I'm just letting you to understand that to scale through it, or to scale through the orders of life, to become unstoppable, let me tell you something. You don't always look for that safe haven. As I can't always say, you can't. Let me hear what Madam Buki said. He said, you can't always stay in the safe haven. Yeah, that's very important. You can't stay in the safe haven. How do you know that the safe haven is safe? So don't ask for security, all right? Always try to look for adventure in everything you do. Just do your own part. I'm not a pastor. just do your own part. Just do your own part. Go by the conclusion of your own personal decision. Don't look for that safe haven. There's no safety. There's no security everywhere. How do you know you're going to wake up this morning? That's the truth. How do you know you're going to be alive? God protected and kept you alive. You don't know. Some persons, the same people. Matter of fact, go and check. Some people are in loot now. They are in the hospital. They are in the emergency unit right now because, they slept last night like you and I. So as far as this planet called Earth is concerned, you will never get out of risk because life itself is risky. Everything about this is risky. Being successful is risky. Being wealthy is risky. Academics is risky. Of course, you go to school, cultism, everything. You hear what people do in school. You just, everything about life is risky, ladies and gentlemen. So don't be too overcautious. Don't always look for that safe haven. Don't always look for safety and security. All right? It's very important. It's very important. So you should always deal with that timid approach to life. You've just been timid. You just keep it. That's who you are. Maybe you don't know, but I'm telling you, that is who you are. And change it. It's a major enemy of the mind. We call it the diseases of the mind. They are disease. Anything that is deadly is referred to as disease. So you better deal with these things. Deal with it right now before it's too late. Check yourself, sit down, evaluate your life, and tell yourself, what do you want out of it? You see, well, that's the reason why most people just look at Afolabi and say, Afolabi, how come everything you try to do seems to be going in the upward direction? No, because I am not being overcautious. I just try to explore. I do my due diligence and I explore. And I go, I also pray as a Father, God, just guide me in these things. Remember, the Bible said, he will give to us the desires of our heart. So what do you desire out of life? If you desire to be wealthy, if you desire to achieve success, how come in a two opportunity, in the same business, rather, you have two people, some persons do this business and another person do this business, he becomes successful, and this guy also do the same business, it's not achieving the thing this other guy is doing because of what? It's being too overcautious. It's being timid about the approach. It's always looking for what if and that happens. So you're not going to, that's not the way out of it. All right, guys. So the second part is what I call pessimism. It's what I call pessimism. You see, this is the worst diseases ever. And you need to deal with this. Please learn how to, in fact, this is another crazy one. In fact, somebody that you call a pessimist is somebody that doubts everything. They are living in the life of doubt. I was going through the dictionary this morning and he said it's a tendency to see the worst aspect of things or believe that the worst will happen. You are always thinking it's, something bad is going to happen. It's not going to work. You have concluded. You are always looking for faults. They show you an opportunity. You're just like, this check is not there. Why can't they do this? Because of this. They show you something that could change your life. For example, in the business world, which I belong to, and Coach Dan can relate with this, they tell you, oh, come, you're looking for faults. Your mind is not even telling you, what can I gain in this thing? What you first think, the fault is not going to work out. They showed you, you went to Google. It's not your friend, guys. Oh, they tell you about this thing, it's the fault. Oh, my MD hates me. Oh, I won't work with that guy. He's gonna date me. Always looking for faults in everything. Always looking for fault. I tell you, our life are mostly affected by the way we think things are. Write that down. Our lives are mostly affected by the way we think things are. Remember, they said, thoughts are things. For you to change the things you don't want in your life, you need to start changing your thoughts. You doubt, you're looking for faults. Is everything about fault? Nothing in life is easy, guys. Nobody is perfect. In fact, that's the reason why I love the life of the white men. They explore every time. In fact, when you look at them, you see somebody jumping from, from the plane up in the sky. They just jumping, skydivers. They diving into, somebody will go on top of the cliff and just jump. They just want to explore. I'm not saying you should play that. That could be risky. We the black people, we like to, keep it safe, and, we just do it low-key. So we just do all this minimal risk. But they explore. Let me tell you why they explore. They are not looking for faults. If not for them, we will not even be enjoying what we have. In fact, I won't be able to communicate with you. I won't be able to broadcast life to you. I will have been, I wonder the way life will have been if these guys are not exploring. I wonder where you and I will have been. Maybe sitting on the tree and jungle, or maybe some kind of life. Maybe we'll not be wearing clothes. Maybe it's going to be my chest with some hair. This guy's exploring, man. They don't doubt the possibility of life change. They're not going to fall things out. They are just looking for creativity. They just they pop it up. They just go into it. So you can see, what if they doubt everything? What if they fought everything? Are we going to have all that we have right now? I mean, I'm sitting in my library. Am I going to have an air condition in this hot season or weather? No, I'm not going to have that. I'm not going to be able to talk to you using Zoom, using Facebook, using YouTube, reaching out to the world, not connecting. You can see, we're not going to have the airplane by the Landers brother. We're not going to have the light. We're not going to have those things. So guys, please, let's change it. Let's not be a pessimist. A pessimist always live in a very ugly life. That's who they are. They always live in a very ugly life. Now I'll tell you something. We call it the deadly disease. It's one of the deadliest diseases ever. You are always looking for things that is right. The deadly disease is always looking for the right things. Right? Come on. Stop faulting things out. All right. So when we'll start having a different perspective, a different mentality to this, and we're able to identify with a major deadly disease, which is being a pessimism or a pessimist, it's the best thing. All right. Don't always fault things out. Now, the third one, as we conclude this morning, and we wrap up on our teaching series, is what I call, you're looking for, you're a complainer. You complain. Write it down, complain. That's another crazy one. You're complaining. You complain about everything. We call it, complaining, or, complaining is just an act of, you gripping over things. You murmur over things. You crying over things. Every time it's complain. Let me tell you, my bishop will say, complain always complicates matters. So why complicating things when there is not? You complain about everything. Oh, you complain about leadership. You complain about your work. You complain about your school. You complain about everything. You complain, you're gripping over everything. You complain about opportunity. You complain about everything. Oh man, things that is still working, you want everything 100% working. You are complaining. You're never seeing anything good. Somebody did something good for you. You're not going to look at those good. Maybe he has done good for you all this while. Maybe a little mistake. You snap on it. You complain. You just complicating matter. You complain about life change. You complaining about economy. You complaining about social life. You complaining about, you know, your spiritual life. You complaining about everything. You just complaining and complicating. Let me tell you, a complainer or somebody that murmurs over things doesn't achieve any success. Stop these diseases. They are major diseases. Why not just be appreciative? Why not just look at this life and just say, Father, thank you. You woke up in the morning, the first thing that happened to you is to complain. Oh, who put that thing down? Oh, your wife is not perfect. Oh, man, why do you have to put this? Why do you have to do? You just, it's bad, guys. We're not going to go through that. You should stop that. Let's not complain about life. Let's not complain about opportunity. Let's not complain about, social life, economic life. Let me tell you, no matter how you complain, the president of Nigeria is not going to change. We can only complain. Yeah, complain is, but it's dangerous, guys. So to be honest, on a more serious note, it's dangerous. And the best thing is for us to change it. All right, we talk about overcautious pessimism, and now we're talking about complaining. He said the war on social, mental, spiritual, economic, but make sure this is a war. This is a war. You make sure you are always winning that war. That's what I wrote down. There is a war, social, economic, everything. The most important thing is make sure you are always winning the war. You see what we call complain? We call complain the cancer of the bone. Complaint is referred to as the cancer of the bone. It's like, we call it economic cancer of the bone. That's what you're never going to know. So please write it down. Complaint means it means an economic cancer of the bone. It's going to eat you deep. Before you know it, it penetrates through you. And then you see everything. Nothing is good after all. Everything is bad because you are always a complainer. You start an opportunity, it's because it has eaten deep. Nobody's checking on you. You're not checking on yourself. Everything is you just complain, and it complicates your matter. In fact, whatever thing you're doing, you will never be successful in it because it's a disease and it has eaten deep out of you, deep inside of you. All right, guys. So let's stop these things, and I hope you have been able to see where it most matters to you. Let's check on these three again. First, pessimism. All right. Second is being overcautious. And the third is complaint. Remember, we call him the economic cancer of the bone. So it's a war, ladies and gentlemen. It's a war. As far as this life is concerned, you're still going to be in that war. It's a war on economic life. It's a war on social life, but on spiritual life. But make sure, ladies and gentlemen, make sure of all these major mental enemies, diseases of the mind we've talked about, you and I, we are always winning the war. All right, guys, that is it from all of us here at Wealth Secret Mindset Mentorship Class. We encourage you to stay put as we wrap up, this weekend teaching series. And I hope you've got value for your time for being on this program this morning. It's been a beautiful Friday. Be excited about today. Be excited about life. If you've been part of all these things that we've talked about, you don't need to be part of it. Just check yourself, sit yourself down, go through your meditation corner, make sure that you check through him, make sure that you look at these things. Sometimes you think you're sticking to all that you know. Sometimes a little bit of, just shaking it off, a little bit of something, from what you normally do could actually make a difference and affect everything. And when it affects everything, it affects it in a very positive way. So these are the reason why we're telling you, because everything has to do with mindset. Remember, we are letting you to know some of the things that you may not be counting or maybe not be seeing as things that could, change situation, things that are eating deep and, collapsing your future, condemning you mentally. All right. So, but when you start looking at this thing in a different perspective, you start having a different mind shift in the way you look at things, in the way you do things, in your approach to life and things, opportunity. All right. You start seeing that those things that you neglect, those things that you can't, will start, coming out. And then eventually, ladies and gentlemen, you will become unstoppable. How do you become unstoppable? When you have a different philosophy, a different mindset, a different approaches to life, all right? And it's not just going to come easy because you are who you are, all right? You ask who you have been. But that's why we encourage you to stay put on this class, stay put on this program, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, this is a program that is just a free program, free podcast program. We do this Monday through Friday, every single day. There is no business attachment of also kind. We're not promoting any business. We're not selling any product. We're not telling you this is what you need to do, right? All we're just doing is just straight mindset mentorship development, all right? So this could be one of the best gifts ever to you. And we encourage you to join, like, and subscribe to our YouTube page where you can see more videos. Yesterday's video was already out. We shared it on our group. We're still going to reshare it as we're going to make this other video available later in the course of today or tomorrow. But please help us reach out to a larger community, help us reach out to a larger audience by sharing, liking, and subscribing to our YouTube page. Guess what? That is the way we can actually reach out to the wider audience. And we're not being paid. We're just coming together and seeing how we can be of value to our economy, to our society, to you, all right, to you watching us. And that's how we can make a better life change, and a better society, a better economic, all right? Guys, that is it from all of us. And I hope you got value for your time this morning. We encourage you to stay put on this program Monday to Friday, every single day, all right? So it's the start of a beautiful weekend, all right? Stay connected, stay put on.